Hey guys. Oh, wait, hang on. I don't have the microphone. I don't have the microphone in the right place. Okay. Okay. This is kind of chaotic here because um I wasn't planning on doing this. I was gonna sorry. Okay. So this is kind of chaotic, but it just hit me all of a sudden like really strongly. So I don't know I don't know whose message this is going to be or who it's for. You know what? Actually, I am just going to it sounds better when I can talk right into the microphone, but I can't figure out where to put it right now. So it's going to just have to be over there. And hopefully you will be able to hear it well enough. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to start with this real quick. I was getting ready to paint my nails, and then this just hit me so strongly. Just going to clear the energy a little bit. Oh, that feels better. Okay. I don't know if that helped you too, but okay, guys. So here's the thing. I heard where there's smoke, there's fire. That's all I heard. It was so strong. They just kept repeating it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And at first I was kind of like, it was so intense. I was thinking, oh no, is something on fire? Because sometimes my guides will repeat phrases like that when they're trying to get my attention about something that's actually happening. I'm like, oh no, I checked my candle. Or I'm like, did I leave something? Did I leave something burning? But no, everything was fine. And I'm like, okay, so this is just a message for the channel then, I guess, and it must be an intense one because they just kept repeating it. That was the message. And I'm like, is there anything else? I don't know yet. We're going to grab some pistachios and see if anything else comes through, and maybe a deck. I mean, I guess I'm probably going to get some cards because I doubt this will be entirely channeled, although maybe it will be. I don't know. I'm supposed to get this. Hang on. Are we doing this? I don't know. Damn it. This is chaotic. I'm just feeling like maybe it is supposed to be all. Ow. I'm falling over. Ow! Damn it! Stop! This is ridiculous. Okay. I'm swearing and I'm just like dropping. No! Stop! Oh god. What even was that? Oh, that's where that went. Okay. So maybe this is kind of the energy of the situation too. I don't know. We'll find out. We're gonna see. We're gonna find something out. I don't know. It feels like we're getting the tea leaves out because they have everything in here. So, like any sort of subject, figure out. Get a bit more on this. Although I really feel like the main message is to trust your intuition, because I think they were saying that because they were saying some sort of red flag is going up for you, or there's something that you've seen that's wrong, or there's some sort of information, some sort of message that's come to you. I just saw 333, and it's like, you know, there's something off, or you know there's something wrong. It's like you've smelled the smoke. There's some smoke there. There's at least, you know, there's an indication that something's off. But, or maybe you've been getting a sign, but you didn't listen to it, or you've been kind of like trying to shush your intuition is what I heard, or like just try to, you know, like just kind of shove it away, or, you know, not listen. Yeah, I'm just getting that for some reason there are signs that you've been receiving, or there's some sort of intuition that you have, and you keep trying to fight it. Like, for instance, maybe someone is trying to pretend to be your friend. This is an example. It doesn't have to be your exact situation, although it could be. Maybe someone is pretending to be your friend, but they're not really your friend. You know, they're not treating you like a friend should treat you. They don't have your best interest at heart, and really they just kind of want to drain you or get something from you. I just saw 444. Rather than actually wanting to give to you and have like a reciprocal exchange and a reciprocal relationship where both of you are happy. It might be someone who really just wants to take something from you and wants to get something from you. And even when you try to draw your boundaries, they're not very respectful of your boundaries, or they just kind of keep pushing. And you're like, I'm not enjoying this. This is not feeling good. This is not contributing positively to my life. I don't want to continue on with this interaction, but you're still kind of like, you don't want, I'm getting like, maybe you don't want to be mean, or you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or maybe you're kind of scared about what I don't know. Maybe you're kind of worried what other people will think, or maybe you're thinking that this person will like drag you through the mud is what I heard, or something like that. But so maybe fear is holding you back from actually listening to what your intuition is trying to tell you right now. Or this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be something else. Maybe it's actually, maybe it could be a good thing even for some of you, but we're gonna get some tea leaves here. Hang on. Okay. But there's something where like your gut kind of, I'm getting like a clenching, or like, you know, something's wrong. It just doesn't feel right. And you're like, ew, or I'm getting like this cringy feeling like something's not right. And you're like, why? But you're resisting it. You don't want it to bother you. I'm kind of getting like, you don't want to believe it. Maybe you just don't want to believe it. Maybe you don't want to believe that this, I totally understand. Been there, but something's not right here. This is a confirmation for you. This is validation. If what I'm saying doesn't make any sense to you, if you haven't had this feeling about someone, this could either be something that's going to happen soon, possibly. Although my guess is if this isn't resonating, that this just isn't your message. So don't worry about it too much if this doesn't feel right. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, yeah, muddled, unclear thinking. Okay, again, yeah, there's like something is muddled, something isn't quite clear, something seems, yeah, unclear. It's like your thoughts on this, they're not, yeah, it's like you're not clear about something, or you're kind of trying, you're not seeing the forest through the trees is what I'm getting. So again, there's something that's hidden from you, or you're kind of trying to cover it up. You're kind of trying to hide it from yourself because you don't want, again, I'm kind of getting, you don't want to believe it, or you're confused. Maybe it's like there's some signs that tell you, oh yeah, that something seems wrong. That looks like there's some smoke here. But you're not seeing the fire. It's not like glaringly obvious to you. It's not, you know, the flames are not roaring in your face yet. So you're like, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not what I think it is. Maybe I'm not even really seeing the smoke, or maybe I'm just like imagining it. Maybe the smoke's not actually there. I don't know. You know, oops, there goes something again. Yeah, but there's chaos here, you know, or yeah, things just keep little by little falling off of my desk. So I just feel like little by little, this is being more and more revealed. It's sort of like with a fire. At first, you'll see a little bit of smoke. And then if you don't do something about it, then it really starts smoking. And before you know it, the whole forest is engulfed, you know? So I don't want to freak anybody out here. But oh, yes, because this card is, oh. Okay. Fly. A period of ill health, depression. Okay, well that's kind of concerning. Okay, but then on the bottom of the deck too is purse. Pay attention to your finances. So, okay, I'm getting, for some of you, this may not... Okay, for some of you, this might actually be a call to pay more attention to your health. I'm not a medical professional, and this is not intended to be medical advice at all. But, you know, if you've been concerned about something, you might want to go see a medical professional, or, you know, see a health professional about that, because if you don't take care of it now, it could get worse is what I'm getting. So again, just take what resonates, because that won't be everybody's message, but I mean, that's what's there. Or if this is your mental health, maybe it's like you've been kind of just trying to get by, even though you've really been struggling. And I'm just getting that this might be a good time to really ask for help, to reach out to a professional to help, to really address this and make some changes, or get some help, somehow get some sort of help with this, though. Instead of just surviving, instead of just getting through, I'm getting that this might be a really good time to address this so that you can thrive again, so that you're not just making it, So, yeah, I am getting, for some of you, this would be a really good time to try to address any things that you've just been trying to like push past or push through. And getting some help from someone else could be really, really, really beneficial to you right now. So please don't hesitate to do that. It does not mean you're weak to ask for help. It is a strength, because that's hard to do, okay? It is hard. Sometimes it's very hard for us to ask for help, So for you to be able to do that, that is strong. We all need help sometimes, And just having a different person's perspective sometimes can be really beneficial, But yeah, I'm just getting that someone else really might have an answer, or might have something for you that would be very helpful to you, okay? So if you've been wondering about that, I'm just getting that, yes, this would be a confirmation for you that this would be a good time to keep seeking help, or to reach out and seek help from another. Specifically, a professional is what I'm getting, would probably be good for you, but it could be somebody else. Might give you some good advice or something too. But for others of you, I am getting that whatever the situation is, if it is like a relationship, or if there's something else where it's not directly, if the issue itself isn't your health, if the issue itself isn't something like depression or mental health issues or physical health issues, then I'm just getting that whatever this is that is causing you stress, like if it, for example, if it is a bad relationship or something, excuse me, then I'm getting that if you don't address this now, it's going to affect your health in a negative way. So I'm getting the stress from this situation, or whatever is going on behind the scenes here, it actually is draining you. And if you keep going like this, if you keep trying to ignore it and not address this, that at some point, I'm just getting it is chipping away at you. It is draining your energy. It is putting you in a state of stress that if you don't address it now, or if you don't draw boundaries now, or whatever this is, it's going to negatively affect your health in some way. Again, whether it's your mental health, and maybe it is affecting your mental health now. I'm getting something about someone gaslighting. I specifically heard gaslighting. So guys, I'm not a professional here, mental health professional, but I do know some of this stuff, and I'm just getting, I don't know, some of you might be dealing with somebody who's gaslighting you, or again, in some way lying, basically being deceptive, saying one thing but actually having intentions for another. Like being manipulative in some way. Again, I'm just getting some of you, someone might be after something. Like they want you to give to them, but they don't really have any, they're not really concerned with your welfare. They're not really concerned with it's like maybe they reach out to you when they need help, or when they want to talk to someone about something, and maybe they kind of dump on you. Or like they keep trying to get you to give them very personal information about yourself, or try to get you to, like divulge a lot of things about yourself that you're not comfortable talking about because they're very personal things. And it's like you don't know this person that well yet. You haven't known them for very long. And maybe they try to like push things very quickly. And your red flags are kind of going up because you're like, this, for someone to try to force or just like push this much intimacy this quickly, it doesn't feel natural. And maybe you're noticing too that like maybe they're not really sharing much about themselves, but they're expecting you to share, like they want to know more about you, want you to share very deep personal things. And I'm getting that it might even be like that they're encouraging you to share like deep personal issues that you've had that they could potentially at some point use as blackmail or use against you. I'm getting that it's not, and this is really not a great energy. I'm sorry guys, but I'm getting that if you're feeling like they're kind of trying to dig up some dirt on you and kind of try to get you to, I'm hearing incriminate yourself or say something that they could use against you at some point. So I don't know what this is or why this person is doing this, but I'm just getting if you are feeling like that could be happening, this would be a confirmation for you. And I'm getting, I'm not sure what their motives are. It might just be to manipulate you so that they can keep like, so they have something to hold over your head so that they can keep draining your energy. And I just saw 333. So that they feel like they can manipulate you. That's possible. It might be so that they feel like they can hook you or like keep you stuck or keep you, I heard dependent on them or close to them or, but kind of like forcing the closeness. Not like it just naturally happens because that's what feels good and that's what feels right. It's like they're trying to kind of force this to happen so that you feel like you have to give them what they want, or again, so that they feel like you're more attached to them, but it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't feel, you know? Okay. So and for some of you, this person might not realize that they're doing this. This person might just be this person might struggle with codependency or have some issues where they really don't understand or don't respect boundaries well for whatever reason. I don't know what happened, but they really don't have a good sense for personal space is something that I was getting, or again, it's, I don't know, but whatever it is, I mean, I don't like to use this very often because I think people don't get this, like they overuse this word when it doesn't actually apply to someone, but this could be a narcissist that you're dealing with or someone who has a lot of narcissistic tendencies. Let's just put it that way. But this person feels like you owe them for some reason, possibly for some of you. That won't be the case for everybody. But it's almost like this person feels like, it kind of feels like they're entitled. That was the word I was looking for, that they're entitled. They kind of are acting like they're entitled to your energy, or they're entitled for you to give them something, was the feeling. Even if they aren't necessarily narcissist, well, that kind of goes along with the narcissism. They might not literally be like a narcissist, but again, they have some narcissistic tendencies. Or if you don't like that term, then they're at least highly entitled is the feeling. Or at least in this situation with you, for whatever reason, they feel entitled to your energy or your time or some resource you have, something like that. And it's so hard for me to talk right now. I feel like yeah, someone doesn't want you to know this. It could also be that someone has been trying to silence you, or someone has been trying to like whatever they're doing, it's like they're doing it to try to get you to not say something, or they're trying to prevent you from saying something in the future, or they're trying to hold you back in some way, or they're trying to mess with your self-expression is something that I'm getting to. They don't want you to express yourself, or they're trying to control you in some way, or stop you from authentically expressing yourself, something like that. It could be any of these or a combination. Or like maybe there's something that or maybe they're trying to like control what you say, trying to get you to say something for them, or I don't know what that would be, but maybe it's like they're trying to, this is just an example. It doesn't have to be this specifically, but like maybe it's an employer or a boss or something that's trying to get you to lie about something for them, almost like they're going to try to, I heard, frame you, or like throw you under the bus, or get you to take responsibility for something in order to cover up for them. Or it's like, yeah, it's like they want you to lie for I don't know what this would be, but again, this might just be an example, but I don't know, but there just seems like it's either they are trying to keep you from saying something, or they want you to say something that maybe could get you into trouble, or would be a lie, or something like that. Or it's just something that you feel like is not right. It goes against your beliefs or something like that. Or they're trying to do something else to actually prevent you from having success, or to diminish your success, or to hold you back from having more success, something like that. And again, I'm picking up that you might have trouble. You don't know how to. Maybe maybe you feel kind of like you've tried to express things to this person. You've tried to state your boundaries. You've tried to set your boundaries, and maybe you've been very clear, and they just keep walking over it, or kind of like ignoring it, or being like, oh yeah, I don't remember you saying that, or I don't know, but there's something like, or like, oh, or did you say that? Oh, I forgot you said that. I'm sorry. But they're not really. It's like they know. Or you're like, oh, I told you that thing. And they're like, oh, I didn't hear you say that. Or I didn't read it. Or I didn't, whatever. But it's like, okay, well, I did express it, but then you're just purposely ignoring it. Or you're just not paying attention to that. And you're just continuing to push whatever it is you want from me. And it's just, this does not feel like the type of thing you really want to, you don't want to invest your energy and your time into this type of thing and be involved with this type of person. This is not benefiting you, is what I'm getting. This is not uplifting to you. This is not the kind of energy you need in your life. Clearly, this is just weighing you down, is the bottom line. But bird flying, news is on the way. I don't know. Maybe this person's going to contact you again, or you're going to get some sort of sign. I don't know. But this says, well, family wishes come true. So for some of you, this is a family member. And I just want to acknowledge that, for some of you, especially if it's a situation like a family member, it might not be so easy to get away from this person. It might not be as simple as being like, yeah, this situation isn't serving me, so I can just end the friendship or something. It could be more complicated for you than that. But even if it is a family member, I'm getting though that this is still a connection that you want to distance yourself from as much as possible. I feel like maybe somebody needed to hear some support for that, because sometimes people will judge you for that, but sometimes some of the worst people in your life, some of the most detrimental people to your overall health and success and well-being in all ways, can be your family members. They can be your greatest enemies sometimes, unfortunately. Sometimes we are born into families where they are not really our family, you know, or they don't feel like it. They are maybe genetically related, closely related to us, but as far as like supporting and being on your side and wanting what's best for you and actually wanting you to thrive and have a good life and be happy and well and all these things, they might not be any of that. They might not do any of that for you, you know? They might actually be against you having any sort of good life. And I know what that can be like. And it's really unfortunate when that happens, to put it lightly, you know? And I just felt like I needed to acknowledge that, though, because, you know, I was saying, well, this definitely isn't something you want in your life, you know, so just don't give your energy to it. But I just wanted to acknowledge, yeah, it's not always that simple, especially if this is like a family member. Although I still kind of feel like the message is the same in a way, because I think your guides want you to realize this is your life. This is your energy. No one is entitled to your life force. No one is entitled to your energy. No one is entitled to your wellness. No one is entitled to you, anything that you have to give. Your life is yours, and what you have is yours, and your energy is yours. Your love is yours. Your space is yours. It's, you know, your body is yours. No one is entitled to anything from you. Not inherently. You decide who you give to. I feel like maybe they're trying to use guilt trips or something like that to make you feel like you owe them something. You don't. That is the message coming through really clearly. You do not owe them. You do not. You did not give birth to them. You don't owe them anything. You didn't put them on this planet against their will. You owe them nothing. Even if they try to make you, even if this is like a parent that's trying to make you feel like you owe them because they brought you into the world, you do not owe them. They made that choice to do that. From that point forward, your life is, you know, you have free will. If they had treated you well, then you would want to do things for them. If they were just kind to you, you would want to out of the goodness of your heart. And because you love them, you would want to do things for them. That is what naturally happens. If someone has to twist your arm and guilt trip you about things to try to get you to serve them, then they have not done a good job they have not done a good enough job at being a good human to you. They have not been good to you, or, you know, and so you definitely don't owe them anything. They treated you badly, or else you wouldn't want to stay away from them, you know? It's just, and again, you get one life. At least as you are right now. This is your one incarnation exactly as you are right now. And every moment counts. Your time is precious. Your energy is precious. And none of us know for sure how long we've got here. It matters, you know, where you spend your time and your energy. And if somebody is making you feel like shit, then that's not worth your time and your energy. It's as simple, sometimes as harsh as it seems. Sometimes you have to kind of go, I mean, again, it's your life. You can do what you want. But sometimes it is necessary to go Queen of Wands. I meant to say Queen of Swords. I don't know, but I feel like maybe that was a synchronicity, or meant. Maybe the person you're dealing with actually is a fire sign. Again, won't be for everyone, but could be a confirmation that this could be a fire sign female that you've been dealing with. Or you might be one. Or to go no contact with someone. To be really harsh about it and firm. Because some people will never respect your boundary and will just constantly test and drain and push and fight. And you don't need, you know, I just feel like you deserve better than that in your life. You don't need that in your life. You know, you are an awesome person, and you deserve to have good people in your life that support you and treat you well. You treat others well. You treat others with respect. And you are meant to have people who treat you with the same respect that you treat other people with around you. You are meant to have that. And I'm just, you are meant to receive the kind of kindness and respect that you give to others. And I'm just getting that basically the message I'm getting from your guides is if you could spend your life, your precious life that you only get one of, or you at least are only going to be exactly as you are, exactly where you are one time, we think, incarnated as you are right now. It's special, it still matters. And it's like, are you going to spend your one precious life, or at least this one precious incarnation, spending your time on this, or giving your energy to these people, giving your time, your focus, your energy, your life force, your love, your all of your, effort, all of this stuff? Are you going to spend it on them when you could literally spend it on anything else? Literally anything else. Your guides are like, you could literally spend it on anything. Anyone or anything. You can spend your time, your energy, what precious life you have on literally anything. You can literally do anything. They just keep harping on it. They're like, literally anything. They're like, you could rescue dogs. You could, you could go help some homeless people. You can go help people who will actually appreciate it. You could go do something really constructive in the world. You could go invent something or find a cure for something, or, help people who are sick, or help people who are trying to heal from something, or do anything, or like entertain people, create something really, really beautiful, make a beautiful garden for your community. You could do all kinds of things, with your life. You could write a beautiful, beloved story that inspires tons and tons of people. I mean, there are all kinds of beautiful things you could do with your life force. You could just spend the time, doing all kinds of things. Being out in nature, appreciating nature, giving back to Mother Earth. You could do all kinds of things, like so many things. Go meet a manatee. I don't know why that was coming up, but there's so many beautiful creatures in this world. There's so many beautiful natural, wonders of nature to appreciate and enjoy and just wonder at. There are planets and just so much. There's just literally so much in existence that you could look at and be in awe of, and you could spend your life doing that, and again, do something really constructive and beautiful with your life and your time and your energy. Or you could keep letting these people siphon it, suck it from you, just like drain your life force down so that you don't have anything left to do these wonderful things for the rest of us. Or do these wonderful things for yourself, or appreciate all the beauty and wonder that is here. Like, you can't contribute your life force to anything else if it's just being, sucked dry. If you're being sucked dry and just drained by this person or people, it like takes everything from you. And then it's like, that's just what I'm getting, is when you could do literally anything else in this world. Don't give it to this, it's not. This person or these people are not worth your time, your energy, your life force, your love. They're not. That's just what I'm getting. I mean, again, you are the one who has to decide this ultimately, because it is your life. It matters what you choose and what you think and what you feel ultimately. But what I'm getting from your guides is, or whatever guides I'm tapping into, is that someone here needs encouragement to listen to yourself. And maybe just sometimes it's nice to just have a little support and have another human be like, hey, you're worth it. Hey, you matter. And hey, I want you to be happy in your life. And you don't owe any time or attention or anything to anyone who is treating you with disrespect or making you feel bad about yourself or harming you in any way, or just trying to get something from you when they wouldn't give you the same thing in return. Because I'm getting, for some of you, you're dealing with people who maybe they try to guilt you or get things from you or manipulate you or twist your arm and be like, you owe me, or like trying to get you to give them things and saying that like, oh, they would be there for you. But if it actually came down to it, they would not be there for you. If it actually came down to it, they would turn on you. Or if it benefited them, they would do whatever benefited them. And so they'd throw you under the bus. If it came down to them actually having to do anything for you, I'm getting like that they wouldn't be loyal like you are to them. Or, you know, they wouldn't do the same for you as they want you to do for them. And that's not fair. And again, you could do literally anything else in your life. You could be giving your love, your time, your attention, your beautiful energy to literally anybody or anything else, any other experience in your life. So please go do that, is what I'm getting from your guides, because they're like, honey, sweetheart, you deserve that, okay? You have given enough. You have given enough to all of these situations, people, whoever this is or whatever this is. You've given more than enough. And it is time for you to receive, and it is time for you to enjoy your life and not give to these types of things anymore. It's time for you to do literally anything else that you want to do in your life. But don't give it to this anymore, is what I'm getting. Or at least that is the encouragement. Again, it's totally up to you. But that is what I'm getting. And if this is a job, I'm just hearing they're not paying you enough for this. I'm just getting nothing is worth this. It's not worth your health. It's not worth your well-being. It's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. That's what I'm hearing. It's like they don't deserve. It's not worth this. Yeah, that's just what I'm getting. I'm hearing it's not your responsibility. Whatever this is, I'm just getting it's not your responsibility. If it's like a relationship, it is not your responsibility to take care of this person or give them literally anything. I'm getting it really is not your responsibility. It is this person's own responsibility. Or at the very least, it's not yours. And again, if it's a job, it's that might, I'm not sure exactly what that would apply to, but I'm just getting it's the same thing. It's not your responsibility. You're meant for higher vibe people, experiences, places, things, jobs now is what I'm getting. And by high vibe, I mean like the higher vibrations are love, peace is a high vibration, compassion is a high vibration, gratitude is a high vibration, authenticity is a high vibration, I should probably bring up the chart, but these are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. But, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be like ecstatic joy all the time. You know, there are many high vibrational states, you know, and I'm just getting though that those are the types of experiences that you are meant to align with. Now that's how you're meant to be spending your life, you know. I mean, again, it's your choice, but your spirit guides are really hoping you will choose this and to move away from these other situations and not engage with people and situations and jobs and things like this anymore, or that you will engage with them as little as possible, you know, and move way more towards literally anything else that is higher vibrational, that will bring you these experiences that you do want to have in your life. And you are supported in this. Sorry, I thought I was going back to the original reading, but they said you are supported in this. They just wanted to really drive that home again. You do have divine support in this. Even if you feel like you're not supported by a lot of other people right now, you have so much divine support, and they really are behind you with 1000% in this. They are supporting you, and they have your back, and they are trying to help you out, and they definitely support what you're doing here. I'm hearing you don't have bad karma, or it's like this is not going to produce moving away from these situations or these toxic people or whatever this is. This is not going to produce bad karma for you. You're not a bad person for doing this. Again, this is what's right for you. You are just taking care of yourself. You're just looking out for yourself and putting your well-being first, and that is important, okay? That's really important. Your first responsibility is to yourself right now. You know? So your guides, again, it's mostly what I've already said, but they just wanted me to specifically say that as well. You are supported, and you know, I heard go forth in confidence. So I don't know why they specifically said that. Maybe that phrase will mean something to someone, but anyway, yeah. Back to the original reading. I'm just getting that creating space with this person would be probably best for you at this point, because in whatever way you can, try to create as much space as you can, and at least within yourself, distance yourself like mentally and emotionally from this person. Try not to let them get in to your heart and mind, because this person, what I'm getting from this is they are playing games, and it's like the more you let them confuse you, yeah, with the muddled, unclear thinking, yeah, they're trying to confuse you. Yeah, I said gaslighting in the confusion. Okay. I'm hearing crazy making behavior. So this person might be trying to confuse you again on purpose in order to kind of throw you off balance so that they can, again, manipulate you. That's just what keeps coming through. It's not a great thing, guys. I don't know why this is what's coming up, but I'm really sorry if you're dealing with this. I have actually experienced things like this, and yeah, not a great experience. So I'm very sorry. And these people can be really hard to get away from too. People that are doing this sort of thing, it can be really hard to create that distance or to create those boundaries. It can be hard to move away from them because they are clinging so hard. I mean, they're determined, you know, because they want something from you. That's the whole reason. It's kind of predatory, really, in a way. Because I was seeing a mosquito. I don't know, maybe some of you have been even noticing that you have a lot of mosquitoes around you, like way more than usual, that are attracted to you. I'm getting that's because there are some people who are trying to pull on your energy or drain you in some way, and they really have their sights set on you. Like, they really want you. You are their food. Like, that's what they want something from you, whether that's money, status, you know, just attention maybe, or your sympathy. But there's something where they just keep coming back for more, or it's like they're kind of fixated, or I don't know, but they're very determined. And anyway, and it's hard. I'm getting that it's hard for you to get away from them, kind of like with a mosquito. They're relentless, you know, and you're trying the nice way, or you did maybe, but it's like they're not getting it, or and that's because they don't want to, is what I'm getting. Is that this does feel, it's because they want your energy, they want something from you, they want a resource, something like that. Like sometimes people, you know, there can be situations where maybe people have trouble reading social cues, or just what they're used to as far as socialization is concerned. It's like different, and so they are, you know, sometimes we have different ways of interacting, or different things that we were taught were polite, or different things, you know, different ways we were taught to interact with people. And so sometimes there can be misunderstandings, and sometimes, you know, someone's not trying to be rude, or someone's not trying to or maybe they just misunderstood something. Sometimes things like that can happen, you know, or sometimes people can you know, like, yeah, sometimes people could just misread things, or wires get crossed, you know. and then someone might accidentally end up upsetting you in a way that they didn't intend to. Sometimes that stuff can happen, okay? But what I was getting for this situation, though, is that's not what I'm feeling, though. That's not what it feels like in the situation I'm reading for. So, because it is a general reading and it is a group reading and I can't control who's here, I would just say that I would recommend just like maybe keeping this, just tucking this in the back of your mind and just being like, well, we'll see, like I'm not sure. It could be just a misunderstanding or it could be something not so great, if you're not sure at this point. But I feel like who I'm talking to right now, you've already had these suspicions and your gut is telling you, hey, something's wrong, or this person does not have great intentions. I don't think this is a mistake. Like, I think something's wrong here. And that, I think, is why you were drawn to this reading, to give you that kind of confirmation and validation that, yeah, your intuition is right. Because we got that in the beginning, that you were maybe trying to, kind of suppress your intuition or ignore it, ignoring the red flags. And I'm just getting, the red flags are there. And I am getting from whoever I'm picking up on here, there definitely is something in this situation that is not, someone doesn't have great intentions here. It's just what I was getting. And in a way, they kind of feel like they're entitled to it, or that you owe them this, or that even if they don't feel that way, they're just really determined to get this from you. And so if you were feeling this, then this is your confirmation. That intuition that you have is sound. Yeah, okay. Split the deck at mountain. Major challenge to overcome. So you guys, I get that this either has been a struggle that you've been trying to get through, or it will be. Okay, split the deck again at rat. Someone working against you behind your back. Oh my God, guys. Okay, see, listen. This is so clear. I am so sorry that you are dealing with this person, or people. It could even be a group of people. Yeah, and then here, split the deck again. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Okay, yeah. So for some of you, this could even be like a group of haters, or I keep getting frenemy. This is someone, again, I feel like I'm feeling friends, but also family popped up too. So I think this could really be anyone, or a work colleague, someone. But yeah, oh my gosh, I just split the deck at the fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Fire. This person could be a fire sign. That's a possible, but it doesn't have to be. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Okay, yeah. So this person, again, there is strong emotion here. This person has, okay, and we do have family matters here, but we also have career. So again, it's most likely a family member or someone that knows you through work for a lot of you. But I was getting friends too. Could be someone who's pretending to be your friend at work. That's possible too. Okay, bell, announcement. Yeah, and then news is on the way. So there's something's going to be announced. Some sort of news is, I don't know what this is. Okay, and pay attention to your finances. What is on the, what is this announcement? What is the news on the way? Maybe the news is that you're going to get a promotion, or maybe something, good is supposed to happen for you. And this person is trying to, or is going to try to interfere or make you feel bad about it, or take something from you. Or I heard ride your coattails, so excuse me. That was fast. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. Okay, yeah, guys, they're saying please listen to your intuition here. I know they're trying to confuse you. This person might even seem like they're very kind, or they're trying to be thoughtful, or they just love you so much, or they're concerned, they're this, that, and the other thing. But I'm just getting, listen, I mean, look, it's clear. They're trying to confuse you here. Your intuition is telling you one thing and your thoughts are telling you another, because they're acting nice, or they're seeming like they are, but they don't have the best intentions. Beware of self-delusion. If your gut, if your instincts, your intuition are telling you this person doesn't have great intentions towards you, please listen to that. Please don't allow yourself to be deluded. Don't allow yourself to be tricked. Don't allow yourself to be confused by this person. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Something's not right here. Okay? And again, I don't want to cause any sort of confusion in anyone here. If you didn't know of any frenemies, or you didn't know of anybody that felt like they might be trying to backstab you, or any family members or anybody that felt that this seems to apply to, then please don't be concerned, because most likely this just isn't your message. Again, this is a collective message without even any groups or anything. So this might not be for you, you know? This is a message for someone who's going to know who I'm talking about, okay? Or you're going to know the situation. It's going to hit you and you're going to feel it. You're going to know if this is yours. So if you don't worry about it. I mean, it is possible that this could be something that's coming in the future, and your guides are trying to give you a heads up before it even gets that far, so that you're kind of, you've got your eye out, so that if someone like this tries to come in, maybe you can head it off before they, I'm hearing, get their hooks in you, or really get anything on you, you know, or before you let them in. They're just maybe giving you a heads up before the fact. That is a possibility for some of you as well. But again, this could affect your health. If you don't, and again, I'm not trying to scare you, but you know, dealing with these people, if you just, someone like this, dealing with a person like this, or a group of people like this, it can take a toll on you, you know, and it can, so for your own health, like if you're having a hard time drawing a boundary or moving away because it's hard for you, because you feel like you're being mean in some way, your guides are coming through really strongly here to just say, you are just taking care of yourself. That is all you're doing here. You are protecting yourself. You're protecting your peace. You are protecting your health from somebody who is going to negatively impact it. And you don't owe this person or this group of people your health. You do not. Your responsibility is first and foremost to your own welfare. That is your first job here. That's what your guides are saying. Your first job is to take care of you. Your first job is to make sure that you keep yourself healthy and well. And if this is interfering with your ability to do that, it is your responsibility to take good care of yourself and draw these boundaries, make this space I heard extricate. Oh my God, I'm getting this feeling in my chest. God, this is hard to deliver this message, but extricate yourself from the situation is what I heard specifically. Move away, basically move away from this, again, I'm saying these people, so it could be like a group. Again, it could be a group, or it could be an individual. Again, just take what resonates, but yeah, this is not. Some of them might even be intending you to have a period of ill health. That's even possible. That's really, really low, and that's dark. But some of them might even be almost like wishing that this would happen to you, or trying to stress you out to the point where this happens for you. That's actually even possible. There are all kinds of people out there, guys. You really got to be, you got to keep your wits about you, because there are all kinds of people that are trying all kinds of stuff. I mean, I, again, think it's great to keep your mind and your heart open to good people. There are a lot of great people out there, and most people, thank God, are not like this. But there are people like this. There really are. And unfortunately, there are more people than one would hope that are out there trying to do stuff like this. And they have all kinds of different reasons. Someone could be convinced that they think you are a certain way that you're not, or they're projecting onto you, or whatever, or they're jealous of you, or they think something about you that's not. But I'm just getting, there are all kinds of reasons that this person could be trying, or this group of people could be trying to do something to you. But the bottom line is it's not right. They shouldn't be doing this to you, and they have no right to do this to you. And but unfortunately, this is what's happening. And I'm just getting, you aren't probably going to be able to convince this person to not, I'm just getting, try to move away. Basically, just try to, I'm hearing block them. For some of you, you might want to block them, but at least try to just move and move away, create as much distance as you can, because trying to like explain things or like make this person into a, I'm just hearing you're trying to get this person to come over to your way of thinking, or trying to convince this person that you're not a bad person, or trying to convince this person to like be your actual friend. I don't know why I'm getting that, but maybe some of you thought, oh, well, if this person has the wrong idea about me and that's why they're being my enemy, maybe I can actually convince them that we don't have to be enemies, or that, I'm actually a good person, and, you shouldn't be doing this to me because, or there's no good reason to do this to me. I'm just getting that probably that might not work with this person. So your best solution probably is just, again, to try to walk away, move away, get away in whatever ways you can, or again, create as much space, as much distance as possible, because it's not feeling great. Yeah, okay, I'm getting crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Okay, so you guys do have a lot of great things coming your way, okay? Either you already do and you have more on the way, or you will have this on the way soon. So that probably is why this person or these people are after you. Because they want the crown. Or again, they want you to give them something. But I'm getting it's not something that they've earned, or it's not something they deserve. They at least don't deserve your crown. They don't deserve to steal your crown. They don't deserve your position. I mean, maybe they have their own crown that is meant for them, but they're not entitled, or, they don't deserve yours, or to try to block you from your blessings, try to block you from the good that's supposed to happen in your life. I'm getting, you worked hard for this honor and respect. You deserve this. This is meant to be yours, and it isn't meant to be theirs. It's like, if at least not, no, because they're not honorable and respectful and respectable. That's what I'm getting. It's like they don't, at least they're not being that way right now, and they're not being that way in this situation. So again, maybe they will have their moment in the future. Again, maybe they have their crown, or they're meant to have their moments of success and happiness, especially, if they turn their, I don't know everybody's situation here, but, I don't know if they're being like this across the board with everyone. Probably they are like this in general, but, whatever the case is, hopefully this person will heal or have an epiphany, or whatever it is they need to have in order to not do this to people, not treat people this way anymore. And then hopefully they will do something constructive with their life, and, something that's not only beneficial to them, but also to other people too. And hopefully they will then have their moment where they get their crown, where they have their success and their joy, their achievement, their harvest. But they definitely do not deserve yours. You were given this crown for a reason. You have this honor and respect for a reason. This wasn't just accidents. This wasn't an accident. It wasn't just chance. It wasn't just, oh, you got lucky. No, your luck is because of your good karma it's because of your good karma in this life or past life or or all of it, the good karma of your family. There's all kinds of forces that are working in the universe, okay? People get the chances that they do for a reason. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. Everything has like a cause and effect. If someone is getting chosen for something, if someone is getting something really good happening to them in their life, if someone is having a dream life, it's because they earned it. In some way, shape, or form, this is a result. Or if you don't like the thought of like earning and deserving, then it is still a result, though, of an action. It is cause and effect. They did something in this world, in this lifetime, or a past lifetime that resulted in them getting this reward. And I'm getting that if it's not that, if it's not something they already have earned, it's not something that is like a result of good deeds that they've done in the past or really good energy that they've held, high vibrational states that they've maintained. If it's not a result of that, either in this life or past life, or a result of their ancestors' good karma, things, good deeds and stuff that they've done, then I'm getting that they will earn it. It's like either they did earn it or they will. So one way or another, though, it is earned. It's like maybe they're going to receive this giant blessing or like you, if this is you. It's like, I don't know why I feel like I need to say this, but maybe some of you, I don't know, but I'm just feeling like I should say this. It's like, let's just use an example of a lottery win. Some people might be like, oh, they don't, why does it happen to them and not to me? Like they don't deserve that any more than I do. And maybe they're right. Like maybe they are destined. Maybe they feel like that because they actually are meant to win the lottery too, but begrudging you that blessing isn't going to help them any, but, I'm just getting like, if you did win the lottery, maybe it's because you're destined to become a great philanthropist and you're going to do all this wonderful work and help so many people, or like fund a bunch of research, or I don't know, whatever, or help build, I don't know what you would do, but I'm just saying like maybe that's like your destiny. So maybe it's not something like maybe you haven't done the good deed yet, but you're like destined to. Could be something like that too. But I'm just saying, basically, one way or another, you earn the crown. Either you will or you have, or both. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's like you did really great deeds in the past and now you're set up to do even more good deeds with this big blessing that you're going to have, But anyway, it's not great to begrudge people their blessings, basically, because the universe knows best and things do balance out in the end. So just being jealous and saying, oh, that person doesn't deserve it, as long as they're not harming anyone with their success, as long as they're not doing bad things to people or just like, treating people like dirt and abusing their power, as long as they're not doing something like that, then it's just not good to begrudge people their blessings. You push your own blessings away when you do that. It puts you in a very low vibration, and that's not magnetic and attractive. It doesn't help you align to your successes. And yeah, it pushes the experiences that you want to have further away from you when you do that to others. At least that has been what I've observed. So it's not to your benefit to allow yourself to sit in the energy of jealousy and think that about people. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are energy. And where we direct it matters. Sometimes I get that you can't help. You feel like you can't help it. And a thought might just pop up. And you might feel those feelings of jealousy. But it's important to transmute those. And I get that. We're all human. We have those moments. But it's important to transmute that energy. And not continue to feel that towards people, because that's just, again, that's not good energy to put out, and that energy does come back towards you in some way, shape, or form. And, that's just not a good thing to experience. That's not enjoyable. That's not the way most of us want to spend our life. So it's important to remind yourself when these things come up. And I think you guys probably know this, but it's important to remind yourself that what is meant for you will be yours. And if you do want something, you can use your energy to attract those things to you. You can create these experiences for yourself. Without manipulating others and hurting people and trying to take from someone else. Anyway, I don't know. I've really not enjoyed sitting in this energy. This has been very unpleasant, but I really hope that it helps somebody. I mean, I know it must, because my guides wouldn't have brought this to me if it wasn't supposed to be here for someone. But I hope this person heals. I hope this person does find, or I hope this person changes their ways, because this is not going to work out well for them in life. This is not the way to fulfillment. This is not going to ultimately lead to their soul's fulfillment, their highest good, their greatest happiness. This is just not the way. This is not the path. This is going to only lead to darkness, is what I'm getting. Nothing good comes from this. Not ultimately. Any good gained through things like this is temporary and ends up actually being worse in the end. It falls apart, And I'm hearing like ashes in their mouth. Okay, and now I'm getting that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where they were talking about their curse. That like the food turned to ash in their mouth. So I'm getting, it's like that. If people are getting things through these types of means, they might think that they're gaining. But in the end, all of this treasure that they thought they had, it was stolen. And if you steal the treasure, it will eat away at you. If it's stolen and you got it through nefarious means, it will turn to ash in your mouth. That's just the message coming through. Or, this is what will happen to them. It's like they might think like the pirates, they stole that treasure. And they thought, oh yeah, look, we've got Cortez's treasure. I think it was Cortez. And, but it was cursed. And they took it. The curse would affect you if you took it, if you stole it. And so everything that they gained with that treasure, the more they spent, the more they used it, the more they were cursed. And it's like till they couldn't feel any pleasure from anything that they took with that treasure. Again, the food turned to ash in their mouth. Anything they tried to eat, any pleasure that they tried to enjoy, anything they tried to enjoy, they couldn't feel it anymore. They couldn't feel skin. They couldn't feel pleasure anymore. They were practically dead, like skeletons. In the moonlight, you could see them in their like true forms, which is basically not even alive. They looked alive. They were moving around and acting like they were alive, but they couldn't feel anything. They were completely numb. And nothing did it for them anymore. Nothing felt good. There was almost like not even any purpose to being here, And that's the sort of thing that happens to people that take things that aren't theirs and that get things through doing these terrible things. It's like in the end, it eats them up. In the end, they end up so miserable and not able to enjoy anything. They are so disconnected from their heart and soul, and they're so shut down that they can't enjoy any of the pleasures of this life anymore. And that everything that they have taken, everything that they stole, has been for naught. For no reason. That's how this works. But by that point, what they would need to do in order to reverse it is something a lot of people are too afraid to do. And so it's really a tragic tale. You might not even get to see this because most likely they're not going to offer up this information that they feel empty and inside and nothing feels good to them. They're probably not going to admit that. But it is sad. I mean, I'm not saying I feel sadder for them than I do for you guys, especially if this was someone who's trying to hurt you or who's done really bad things to people. I'm not trying to say that I feel worse for them than you guys. Obviously, I feel worse for you guys because it's like there are plenty of things that say you shouldn't do this to people. You know, there's plenty of forewarning and there's plenty of reasons. You know, there's plenty of signs along the route saying stop, go back, don't do this. And there's a reason why we say, hey, it's bad to treat people this way, you know? So it's not like they didn't have any forewarning. It's not like, you know, there's nothing to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this, you know? So obviously I feel, well, maybe it's not obvious, but I feel worse for you guys. I feel worse for the people who are being harmed by someone, but I do also feel bad. I also do feel sad for these people. And mostly I feel sad. I think more so even than feeling sad for the person, I feel sad for like the entire situation, because I'm like, this is not a story. This is not a situation that needs to keep playing out like this on this earth plane. We could do better than this. And I just wish that people didn't keep choosing to weave this story because it's sad, and it just doesn't need to happen like this. And it doesn't need to be this way. That's the whole thing. Like, nothing needs to be this way. This isn't a story that has to play out. But unfortunately, people do choose this because they don't know. Like the pirates didn't know when they took the treasure that it was cursed and that this is what was going to happen to them. They knew it was wrong in a way, and some people tried to warn them, but they didn't listen because they didn't know for sure. And then by the time they realized it was too late. I mean, then they spent all their time just trying to put the treasure back to break the curse. But that was a very difficult thing to do. And I'm getting that that's like how it will be for somebody who tries to take things from you or from anyone in these sorts of ways that try to play these games and hurt people in these ways. Once they get it, once they get all of this, they will be miserable. And all they will really want to do is put it back. Take it back, but they won't be able to. Or what they will need to do will be incredibly difficult. The road that they will need to travel in order to undo what has been done karmically for them and in many other ways, it will be a very long road. So I hope they don't take this road. I hope they stop before they get any further down this path. I hope that they will reverse and really tap into their own soul, their own spirit, and lean into the lessons and the experiences that their own soul and heart are calling them to have. It's important for them to get this crown or whatever it is they want in the right way, in a moral way. Because if they don't, it's cursed. So I'm hoping that no one is going to choose the cursed path. I'm getting that this is the path of the most suffering and they don't even realize it. That the suffering they think they've experienced is nothing in comparison to what this kind of suffering will be. And I'm getting it's because it will follow them. this will follow them either into the afterlife or the next life. But this isn't, they will have to deal with this. They will have to square with this eventually. This is not something they're just going to get away from if they take this path and do this to people. It's like it will have to be karmically. In some way, this will have to be righted. And that will be quite the journey for them. So I hope that they don't do that. And for a lot of you, maybe it's been a journey for you to heal from what this person has done to you. And if that's the case, or it will possibly. And if that's the case, I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry that that has happened to you. But I'm just getting that. And for some of you, maybe this is past energy. Maybe this is someone who already did these things to you. But your guides are letting you know that your crown is coming to you. And it's like this time they're not going to be able to take it. Or, no, but I feel like this is present for a lot of you. You've already achieved something. Excuse me. I'm just getting, you don't have to go through this. Your guides don't want to see you go through this again. That's what I'm hearing. I don't want to see you go through this again. You don't have to go through this again. That this doesn't need to happen, and that this person doesn't need to, this doesn't need to go any further is something that I'm getting to. It's like this, if you say no and you try to move away, you try to create distance with this person, especially if you do it in a respectful and I'm hearing composed way, then your guides are going to be able to protect you. I'm just getting that they're not going to be able to come back on you with anything. They're not going to be able to hurt you. They're not going to be able to, if you're not coming at this person and like trying to harm them in return, if you're not trying to come at them, then I'm just getting that your spirit guides are going to be able to have your back. And, I'm hearing universal law will be on your side. And so things are going to balance in your favor. Your guides are going to be able to protect you, and everything is going to work out for you. And they will not be able to touch your crown. They will not be able to harm you or do anything actually bad to you. I heard further bad things. So for some of you, maybe again, this person for some of you has already done something to you. Or for some of you, maybe it's like someone did this to you in the past, and I was picking up on some of like what is going to transpire for the person who hurt you in the past. And then there might be another person in your present that is like trying a similar thing to what someone in the past did to you, or you're afraid that's gonna, I don't know. It's like there's a present person that's somehow connected to like a past event, I think, for a lot of you, maybe not all of you. But yeah, I am getting for some of you at least, there's someone in the past that did something really bad. Yeah, someone did something bad to you in the past, and it's like what I described with the pirates and the treasure. It's like that's what's going to happen to them, or what has been happening to them. And I think this present situation is something you can avoid, where the same thing that happened in the past doesn't need to play out this time. And your guides are like trying to protect you and help you so that same thing doesn't happen, or so something similar doesn't happen. Something like that is what I'm, pretty sure that's what I'm picking up on for at least some of you here. For some of you, maybe this past situation thing, this part might not resonate. And there might just be something going on at present where somebody could be not good for you, and maybe you didn't already have this really bad thing happen in the past. But for some of you, definitely there was something in the past. And anyway, yeah. But for others, this is just someone who's trying to, but they're not going to get it. But listen to that intuition, because if you do keep giving to this person, if you do keep letting them close, if you do offer up certain information, then this dance could keep going, you know? This experience could keep playing out with this person, and it might not end well for you. It might be a bad experience, you know? And yes, you will eventually be able to heal and recover and move on and all this stuff, but like, you could nip it in the bud. You could stop it now. And the quicker you stop it, the less damage that's going to be done. And hopefully no damage will be done. Hopefully this will stop before it even really starts. And you will be able to get away without any further energy drain, without any further issue. And just be able to jump back into enjoying your life or continuing to build, construct, focus on what's good in your life and what you would like to build, what you can focus on, that you can create right now, that you can do is beneficial for yourself, and keep moving forward, you know, and welcoming new good stuff into your life, because that is what your guides want to see you have. That is what you're meant to have. And yeah, so anyway. All right, so this is your confirmation, guys. I think this is all I've got for you. Again, I'm sorry you've been going through this, and I hope this is helpful to someone in some way. If it was, if you could give the video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, again, I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had better news, but the good news is it looks like as long as you listen to your intuition, you don't let this person close, and you draw as much, you know, create as much space as possible, things are going to be okay. So, all right. Anyway, hope to see you guys again soon, though, with like a happier message. That would be great. Take care. I am sending you guys lots of love. And yeah. Anyway, take care. Bye.